My name is CJ Rambler, and this is an All Stars 2 recap.
Bring back my All-Stars.
So, picking up from last week, Drag Race fans all around the world were jumping for joy because Alyssa Edwards and Tatiana returned to the competition, and everyone's favorite enemy, Phi Phi O'Hara, was told to sashay away. I'm still trying to get over that. We might as well start the episode off with a really good laugh. Phi Phi O'Hara's note, well, let me just say, last week we all probably remember the shade that happened when Phi Phi O'Hara was eliminated by both Alyssa and Tatiana, and as soon as she walked off the stage, Alyssa reached out for a hug, and we got to see this.
It's okay. Bye. Oh, love you. Mwah.
But Phi Phi O'Hara had a very honest and true reason for why she did not hug Alyssa Edwards. And it reads, and I quote, "I wanted to avoid hugs because of tears." You know, my whole opinion about Phi Phi O'Hara has completely changed. She clearly is a very emotional, sensitive person. So for the mini challenge this week, Andrew Christian, Every Twink's favorite underwear designer, comes out with several of his models, and they are going to be playing a game of butt golf. You might be asking, what is butt golf? Well, looking at the challenge, I didn't really understand because from the looks of it, all the queens had saggy balls, which maybe that ties in, I'm not sure. So basically what the girls had to do is they had to use their saggy balls to reach the other ball and hit it into the hole, unless I'm missing something. Detox, she was using that fake ass to its full potential. Loved it. You might as well work with what you got, right? And Tatiana, she was giving me some hormonal Heather's realness. And then Alaska came up, and all I could think about when she was doing this challenge was this.
God damn you, Bernice!
By the power vested in me.
And because Alaska stood out so much, she was the winner of the challenge. Yay! For the Maxi Challenge this week, the queens have to create merchandise promoting their all-star brand. And they will be doing this by filming a commercial. And the two winners of this challenge will have the products that they create sold at the next DragCon. Detox came up with a trash-talking trash receptacle. Alaska had executive opulence fashion tape. Sounds very appealing to me. Alyssa Edwards. I've been waiting for her to promote this. Go-Go Juice. We all know that Alyssa Edwards loves her Red Bull, and according to Alaska, it has magic powers to turn you into Alyssa Edwards herself. Who, please tell me, who on this earth would not want to be Alyssa Edwards? Oh, I can think of one person.
Let's be real. Have they not said already before, like, it's okay because it's you? You can fart on stage and they're just gonna be like, oh, it's okay, it's you.
And Roxy Andrews, her product is wig glue. Katya is selling the product I think I would want the most. She is creating Katya's Crisis Control, a lovely Thorazine body mist. Sounds very appealing. And when RuPaul and what's-his-name were walking around the workroom, you know, seeing what the girls were going to be doing for the challenge, they were basically bombarding Katya with doubt, making it sound like maybe her decision on what she was doing wasn't that great, which we all know what that means. She's gonna kill it. Tatiana is promoting a talking shit tea set. That was such a cute tea set. I feel like maybe she pulled that out of her toy box. Very, very lovely tea set. Nice idea, Tatiana. When it came to shooting the commercials, Katya used a turkey. I'd say that's some phenomenal advertising. Detox was using her trash-talking trash receptacle to its fullest by throwing out famous quotes that she said throughout the show, and even including some new ones, including "eat shit." And Alyssa Edwards, this challenge should be a breeze for her. She's used to shooting in front of a green screen on Alyssa's Secret. And Roxy Andrews. Where the hell did Whip My Hair Roxy go? That wig reveal? Ugh. And probably the most exciting moment of this episode, we had a Rolaska Tox moment. Aww. Are they going to be reuniting? Will they be going back on tour? I gotta get tickets. And now to the main stage for the runway challenge. And this week's theme, Pants on the Runway. And the guest judge is Graham Norton. Yay! I really like Graham Norton. I love his accent, and I love how open-minded he is about everything. I really do like Graham Norton a lot. And now, my Xanadu of the week is Tatiana! Yay! Tatiana came out in a T-Boz inspired look. She was working that wig, she was working the slide, she was working the waterfalls. Fierce, loved it. My only question is, where the hell was this T-Boz during her Snatch Game? If that would have happened in Snatch Game, chances are she wouldn't have had to even worry about coming back. But at the same time, in a way I'm glad she was eliminated when she was, because if she hadn't been, we wouldn't have been able to see that awesome lip sync last week between her and Alyssa Edwards, which still has my blood boiling. And now for my Xana Don't. Before I say who this is, those who watch my recap videos every week, those who are watching it for the first time, don't judge me. It's Katya. Okay. Calm down, public school. Let me explain myself. So, Katya. Loved the slicked back hair, loved the shoulder pads, but no reveal? You know, I thought the outfit was just a very, very basic look, which I know that's kind of Katya's gimmick, wearing things that are so bad they're good, but I really thought that we were going to get to see this like awesome reveal on the runway, and it was nowhere to be found. So I was very surprised to hear all the judges' good critiques on it, but to each their own. I personally just didn't care for it. And let's talk about some of the other looks on the runway. Roxy Andrews, more like Foxy Andrews. I thought that her flare pants were really nice. I love the big afro, but standing next to the rest of the girls, I did think that she kind of faded into the background. Alyssa Edwards, I loved. She had this awesome, like, rich, glamorous, dynasty, Joan Collins bitch look. I think that's the best way to describe it. It was fantastic. The fur may have been fake, but she was blowing my mind. Detox, who I feel has been giving probably some of the strongest runway looks this season, came out in a really cool outfit. It was very kind of like French couture inspired to me. She had the awesome long red hair, her waist was cinched, and it just looked really good. Alaska, she decided to go all-American girl on us and turn out this awesome all-American outfit. She had blue flare pants with the white stars, and she had the suspenders, and she was giving me a blonde wig, very Barbra Streisand, Star Wars Born 1976. If you don't know what that is, shame on you. Learn your references. I thought it was nice, but Alaska is never nice. She's always fierce. She's Alaska. So I thought for her, it was a pretty basic look, to be honest. And here I am going on and on about these runway looks, and we haven't even got to the commercials yet. Jeez, let's get going here. Roxy, at the end of the video, girl, that wig reveal again. Where is Season 5 Roxy Andrews when you need her? Katya's crisis control, it was what Katya does best. Very vulgar, very out of the box, very silly, very different, what Katya, again, always does. And I thought it was a good commercial, very, very funny, and you're all gonna hate me again, but sometimes with Katya, I get sick of seeing the same thing with her. I feel like Katya is just kind of resting on that. I want to see her try something different, and she's always giving us kind of the creepy, well, not so much creepy, but kind of like the just out of the box, like weird, funny stuff. And it works a lot for her. It worked throughout all of Season 7. But this is All Stars 2. We're seeing a lot of queens give us different things that we haven't seen them give before, and I'm just waiting for Katya to do something that just completely blows my mind. Alyssa Edwards Drop Dead Gorgeous Go-Go Juice. She was giving me pageant, she was giving me presidential candidate, she was giving me everything. I absolutely loved it. One of my favorite commercials out of all 6 girls. Detox, I'm going to have to agree with Graham Norton on this one. That was an ugly trash receptacle. Alaska. I am trying to talk like her, even though I'm terrible at it. But I will say that she was taped for film. Basically, I'm saying that Alaska was great. Tatiana, one word. Choices. And Carson Kressley, were you asleep during Tatiana's commercial? We saw that T-set like 50 times. I don't know what he was talking about. So the judges deliberate and they decide that the top 2 of the week are Katya and Alaska. Don't know if I agree with that this week. The bottom 2, Tatiana and Roxy. So Detox and Alyssa are safe. Personally, my bottom 2 probably would have been Roxy and Katya. My top 2 of the week would have definitely been Alaska and Alyssa Edwards. So we're doing the usual routine that we do every week. The top 2 girls are talking to the bottom 2 girls, trying to figure out who they should send home. Ooh, the suspense. And Alaska's thinking that, Roxy's been in the bottom 2 4 times, and she thinks that's kind of a warning sign. But at the same time, she thinks that because of the fact that Tatiana hasn't been there for the whole competition, she may not deserve to stay. Alaska, you eliminated her the first time, so you controlled that, and she got brought back to the competition because she slayed in the challenge last week. So I don't know how that has anything to do with her not deserving to stay, just for the simple fact that she wasn't there for the whole competition. And Roxy is doing what she does best when she's in the bottom. Kissing ass. And I would be conflicted too if I was Alaska. Roxy Andrews loaned her that shirt. I would be unsure if I was going to eliminate her too. So on to the lip sync. The song that they're doing is Cherry Bomb by the Runaways. And as soon as that song came on, I knew that Alaska was going to win. Because that outfit had 1970s pop rock written all over it. Alaska, again, killing it in the lip sync. Her facial expressions were great, her body movements were great. Katya did a fantastic job. She's a great lip syncer too. And it was a bit of deja vu because Alaska and Katya had been in the top 2 before. And just like last time, Alaska slayed and beat Katya and was declared the winner of the week. So it was in Alaska's hands to decide between Roxy and Tatiana. And I think most fans of the show would agree that out of the 2, Tatiana should definitely stay. First off, she earned her spot on All Stars 2. Secondly, she earned her spot returning to the competition. And thirdly, she's just better than Roxy. I mean, let's call it what it is. I think Roxy is a fantastic queen. I've met Roxy, and she is such a sweetheart, and she looked gorgeous when I met her too. But I just think that Tatiana has more to offer the competition. And it still baffles me that the judges weren't gagging over her T-Boz inspired look. I thought that was easily the best look of the week. So, with saying that, Alaska decides to eliminate Tatiana. I was so happy last week after everything, and now I feel like I'm kind of back to square one. Except there's no Phi Phi O'Hara, so I can at least smile knowing that. And I just want to say that I am very surprised that Alaska hasn't gotten any negative feedback whatsoever for eliminating Alyssa and Tatiana. Alyssa and Tatiana are some of the biggest fan favorites on All Stars 2, and they're so great that they both got brought back last week. And Alaska eliminated Alyssa. She eliminated Tatiana not once, but twice. Twice! And it just shocks me that Alaska hasn't really gotten any sort of, like, hate for it. Not saying she deserves it or anything like that, but it just surprises me. I think it's so unbelievably clear that Alaska is going to win this competition. And I'm totally happy with that. My number one choice is Alyssa Edwards still, but Alaska deserved the crown in Season 5, and in my opinion, she deserves the crown in All Stars 2. So, I'm very sad that Tatiana had to get sent home, especially after the killer lip sync between her and Alyssa Edwards last week, but I guess that's just the way it's gotta go. Thank you all so much for watching my video recap of this week's episode of All Stars 2. Please subscribe to my channel, CJ Rambler, where you will get to see things all gay culture, and of course, RuPaul's Drag Race. And don't forget to like my Facebook page, CJ Rambler, where you will get to keep updated on all the things my channel has to offer. Thank you all so much for all the love and support you are giving me on these video recaps. Please comment, like, share, subscribe. Let's do it all, people. Thank you all again so much, and I will see you all next week. Mwah. Bye!